Brought to you by Make Fun Network.
Welcome to the Top 5 of Death, where listeners vote, and everyone dies. Listen and die.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's very Christmassy episode of the Top 5 of Death podcast. I'm your host, Sam, Christmas time host of the Top 5 of Christmas podcast, Addicts. And I'm joined, as always, by Will Valentine and Charles F. for Fa-la-la-la-la McDonald.
Ho, 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 indeed, Sam.
Listen, we did our first December episode as a burger draft. So we gotta jump right into the holidays.
Yes.
My dudes. And that's exactly what we're doing this week. Can we add little jingle bells in the background and post? I'm looking at you, Charles.
Sure. It's happening right now, everybody.
That's always my favorite when people ask for oh, that's better. That's even better than I thought.
Yep.
Who's that? Trash Claus? Here he comes. To bring you trash. I always loved high production value asks that are like, that's no big deal, right? All right.
Yeah, you can just do it in both.
Just hit that up in post. Listen, Matt is either dead or dying this week. So we wish him all a speedy recovery, and we wish the benefactories of his will tidings of Yule log. I don't know how to Christmas. Anyways, Will, tell me about your life. How have you been, man? It's been a few weeks.
Yeah, it's great to see you, Sam. And in the driver's seat as well. So this week I did go see The Grinch, the musical play at the Bosch Theater in Boston.
Nice.
It was a great little show. It was a gift for my wife for her birthday, which is how I tend to do things. I buy tickets to something from 6 months from whenever the occasion is. So for Christmas, we'll go to a summer concert.
Nice.
Actually, I already have something planned, but I can't say it because she denies it, but I know my wife does secretly listen to the show sometimes. So I don't want to spoil that. But the play was great. We had front row seats. They were the most comfortable and great seats I've ever had to one of these old theaters in Boston, which normally suck. And I'm not a big fan of musicals, I'll be honest, but this was a good show. I love a good show. There was one part that I didn't like, and it was the guy who played Max the dog that you may be familiar with from The Grinch's Dog.
One of my favorite dogs.
Starters, the guy was dressed up as a border collie.
Wrong dog.
Yeah.
Wrong dog. And I don't know why this needed to be changed. And number two, it seemed more like the guy was living out his fetish fantasies than acting, because it was very uncomfortable the way he maneuvered around the stage. And I wasn't the only one who commented on this. It was just like, okay, he's really into character, but no, this is just a guy from a furry con gone wild.
God. These are
Instead of just a stage actor. You know what I mean? Like, there's a way to be a goofy dog man on stage and make the audience entertained.
Without having an erection.
these are terrifying.
Oh. I was not expecting that.
Yes.
That's
All right, I'm
not
kind of
even
into that one.
Those are also bad, but that's not the one I saw.
Are you sure? Are you sure it wasn't this one?
Oh, yeah,
God,
that might have been
those
it.
These are
The
terrifying.
black and white one. It's
All right.
Wow.
Listen,
Not
if you're just tuning in on, the pod catcher of your choice, you got to get over to the YouTube, because this is some slightly arousing and terrifying stuff.
This is a dog? This is the kid who plays the dog?
I guess.
Yeah.
At my show, I thought it was a black guy, but I don't know. Makeup.
Who knows?
So, all right.
Boo Boo Stewart.
So question. You're in a Broadway play, right? and you tell your parents, you're like, I'm going to be on Broadway. I'm going to be on Broadway. Will you come see my Broadway show? And like, they're so probably proud of you. And then they show up and you're Max the dog.
And it had this, he had this like mechanically attached, like waggable tail that just, it just didn't, it didn't make us feel comfortable. Rosa and I both agreed. She goes, yeah, it was weird.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
Mm.
I love
Great show though.
I love forced adaptations of things into Broadway or musical shows, where it is like, did we need this? But we got it. I went to see the Back to the Future play in London.
Mhm.
It was unnecessary.
I didn't know, why did they make that a play?
Well, sorry, a full musical.
Why?
That's the question.
I don't remember there being original numbers in Back to the Future.
They're not, and the new ones are bad.
Oh, good.
Like the whole thing builds up to like one like really amazing special effect shot that they probably blew their whole budget on, but other than that, it's just like, why does this exist and why am I here? But what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
But Max the dog, that's exciting. And then you can tell, I mean, listen, if Rosa winds up listening to this and she finds out all about your front row tickets to the Spin Doctors in August.
And you know what I didn't get her, and I've mentioned it to her, is I'm, of course, looking ahead, months ahead. That's where you get a good deal. You can get good seats. Weird Al's touring next year. I think we've talked about this before.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know how much it is to sit in the first 10 rows of a Weird Al concert in Boston next June?
Oh.
$360.
No, it's got to be like $3,200.
$1,000.
Oh man,
$1,000 to see Weird Al up close next year in Boston.
You know what? That's cheaper than nosebleed tickets for WrestleMania next year.
It's fucking wild.
Fair.
Yeah.
I like Weird Al, but not that much. Come on.
You don't need to be front row for. I saw Weird Al up in Buffalo, and Buffalo's like theater was weird because the second row is the second tier of seating is so far back. We were up there, and that was perfectly fine. I don't need to see I don't need to be dramatically close to see Weird Al. You just need to be there to experience it.
Yeah, but the upper seats are still like $400. It's insane. I did not know Weird Al was that popular.
Oh, incredibly popular, but it's like at that price, that is not $400 to be up in regular ass seats is not worth it at that point. I'd rather just listen to them on Spotify.
Yeah, well, it's kind of a shame too because like they're pricing a lot of people out of seeing, artists that maybe it's their only chance ever to see.
Mm-hmm.
I said exactly, something similar to Rosa. I'm like, he's still at his A game. I would love to go see him before he starts, going downhill. And, a lot of artists do that these days. They go a little past their prime.
Yeah.
And
that's
then it's
why
just like, oh, I'm paying for a production, not a show, like not an actual concert.
Yeah, there are some artists that I feel weird about seeing once they reach a certain age, like Marilyn Manson. Like I've seen.
Yeah,
he's been weird for a while.
So he got sober a couple years ago and in better shape and all that stuff. And on his most recent tour, I've seen some videos, and he can sing again. He looks great, sounds great, but in 5 years or so, he'll be 60, and like, do I want to see a 60-year-old Marilyn Manson?
yes. You want to see him get to that like level where he's still wearing like leather outfits for some reason, and you're just like, ooh, this is uncomfortable at this point.
Does he still have tits? Like, didn't he actually get breast implants?
No, he did not.
Oh, okay.
Not like fucking
Maybe that was
Steve-O.
Steve-O got breast implants?
I think that he said he was going to, and I believe he was talked out of it by like a doctor. But
Wasn't Goldust gonna get breast implants at one point too?
I think that was literally a storyline, like where Vince McMahon pitched it to him. It's like, you're gonna get boobs. He did not do that. Instead, he went on to WCW to become a child molester character that floats in through your window and touches you. You guys remember Seven?
No.
Yeah. If any other wrestler or person got shit on by Vince McMahon, literally, it would have been Goldust.
Yeah.
And he
And he would have happily taken it. Yes.
Did either of you gentlemen watch Saturday night's main event last night?
No, I did not have time. I was up watching a terrible movie. So
Shotgun Saturday night.
Shotgun. Oh my God, Shotgun Saturday Night. We're getting way off topic, but Shotgun Saturday Night. I used to love when they would do a wrestling show like in the middle of a fucking a busy subway station, and that's where they hosted it. But no, Saturday night's main event was pretty cool. It was very throwbacky. Best part of the night is Cody Rhodes came down wearing the Winged Eagle belt.
okay, so that did happen.
That did happen.
Okay.
And it was fucking dope. For those of you that don't know what it is, that was the title. That was the main WWF title from the late 80s, early 90s, held by such greats as Macho Man Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, Bret the Hitman Hart, Shawn Michaels, and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Charles, what terrible movie were we watching last night?
I watched It Ends With Us, which is a Colleen Hoover book. It is... The only reason we watched it is because we listened to the audio. Jess and I listened to the audiobook last year or something like that on one of our drives up and back from Maine. And it's a book that apparently everybody is in love with, but it currently normalizes and slightly romanticizes domestic abuse. So that's good. And then this one, the movie's just as bad because it stars Blake Lively. And then... yeah, they kind of gloss over a lot of the, incidents that happen in the book. So, yeah, it's not a good movie. Not a good movie. Not a good book either.
Well, all right, that was going to be my question. Was the book good? Because sometimes it's just a movie adaptation. You're like, what are you doing with this?
No, the book is infuriating because the movie is fine, whatever. They exclude a lot of like the stuff that happens because I don't know. You probably don't want to watch an actress be like beat or choked or raped on screen. It's not going to appeal to the masses too well. In the book, you get a lot of her. With the book, you get internal dialogue, and you don't have it in this, so it's not as infuriating. Where she's like, "Oh, I know he did all these things, but like deep down, I still love him," and it's just like, God, I fucking hate this type of story. But don't worry, it's a best-selling book, New York Times best-selling author type bullshit, and people love it. And I hope younger generations grow up to think domestic violence is completely normal. So it's something they can be okay with. But don't worry, the whole end of this story, she literally says in the book and in the movie, it ends with us. It's one of those books where it's like, they have that nice, like, yeah, they said the thing. It's that nice home run. And she's like, she's looking at her kid and she's like, it ends with us. And it's like, you did it. Like, you fucking nailed the line. I hate that. So
I love it. Every time they do that in a movie, when they say the title, I immediately stare laser beams at my wife.
yeah,
She
they said the thing.
and I'm just grinning ear to ear like,
Yeah.
used to watch the show. You ever heard of the show Justified? Little like mystery western.
I know of
style
it. Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
So we were watching a couple seasons, and every episode, when they caught the criminal, I would go, "Looks like he just got justified."
I will say the only like two takeaways from this movie is Jenny Slate's in it, and somehow Jenny Slate's the best actress in this whole movie, which she's a supporting role and she's doing the best job out of everybody else. Like, she actually emotes and like she cries on screen at one point, and you're like, I didn't know Jenny Slate had this range.
She's fucking Marcel the Shell.
From
Wait, do you guys not know like how she got famous? This is what she's from.
Marcel. Oh, you've told us about.
Yeah,
I've
she
been
was Marcel
told
the
about
Shell
this.
with
Yes.
shoes on.
Yes.
on YouTube, which is fantastic. And then they made the most beautiful stop motion animation full length movie off of it, like a decade after, produced by A24. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, go out of your way to see Marcel the Shell with shoes on. Thanks for the recommendation, Charles.
Yep.
No wives get beaten in that.
Nope. And then the other thing is, Brandon Sklenar is in it. And this guy is like the fourth Hemsworth brother. This guy's too hot to be on TV. He's one of those people. Like, this man's This man's too handsome. I had to look it up to pronounce his name, but look at this guy. That guy's too good looking.
Looks like a
Yeah.
young Brad Pitt, and well, not anymore, but
Yeah,
oh,
he's in
kinda.
1923. This guy's too handsome to be on a screen. Even Jessamine, like, I didn't want to say it the last time we saw him in something, and I was like, no, you can say it. This guy's hot.
Smoldering.
Yeah,
Look at that smolder.
yeah. He's great in 1923 though as well. But yeah, those are the only two good takeaways from that movie. So if you and your significant other were looking to cuddle up with a movie, don't watch that. Go watch like Christmas at Biltmore or something. Watch one of the Netflix Christmas movies. Hot Frosty, good movie.
Give her the old hot frosty.
Yuck.
Are there any new Christmas movies that are worth watching? That
Hot
one should
Frosty.
know
I just told you Hot Frosty.
that a real
thing? Yes. It stars Lacey Chabert, who's in all the Hallmark movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
And
did-
Ted from Schitt's Creek.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's fucking ripped like Jesus in that movie. It's ridiculous. Poor guy needed a drink of water.
I did see Red One in the theaters before I left.
Oh, you and like the other 5 people?
Yes. You know what? It was pretty fun. Honestly, like I'm not gonna see it again, but it was fun and you know the budget was stupid, and I think that those special effects were great.
This is the first time I've ever heard of this.
Oh, really?
Starring The Rock.
Yeah.
They're trying really
This
hard.
is a
And
big
Chris
movie.
Evans.
Yes.
Yeah.
They had a $200 million budget for this movie.
It's got
I
a
guess
crazy
that's why
cast.
I haven't heard of it yet.
But yeah, you fucking your boy in it is in it, Chris Evans.
Hmm.
Right. So,
And a polar bear. My boy.
and- yep.
God damn, everybody. There's a shit ton of people in this movie.
Yeah, that movie was watchable.
Is it going to make its money back, though?
Oh God, no. You don't spend $200 million and expect to make any money back.
Oh,
But,
it's from the Jumanji producer, of course.
Yes, of course. Charles, how's your wedding?
We just booked DJ, so I think last thing we're doing cake testing on the 28th December. So I think the only thing we have to do hair and make. Jess has to get hair and makeup. I probably have to get a hair person because I mean, this is a lot to deal with, and I want to have the perfect beard. And then I have to.
Can
get
you style your
suits.
hair like Jesus for the wedding and wear a white tuxedo?
Just the whole. Is that Jesus or is that Jared Leto? Which one is that? Which look is this? No, I'm gonna have my hair tied up. I thought about it. I never wear my hair down unless it's drying, because then I have my hair's not thinning, but I have thin hair, so that shit just flies everywhere. And
My wife
I'm not
says
doing
that
for a
all the
wedding.
time.
What? She has thin
I
hair.
don't know about wearing my hair down versus up.
Yep.
Long
No,
hair
I can-
problems.
I can give this like a dramatic shakeout. It's fine. Don't worry.
Ooh.
Sam, you ever had long hair?
Whoa, not
Yeah.
that long.
It is in between my shoulder blades. I really have to get a haircut.
Listen, check us out on the YouTube for Charles's down hair. Whoa,
Flowing mane.
we're working on that flip.
Yeah.
Longest I've ever had my hair was down to my cin.
And your chin? Well,
But
you're not,
it was only
it
on
a
one
devil
side
lock?
because
Yeah.
it was emo.
It was probably more embarrassing than that because this was back in high school. So I had my hair parted down the middle and then
no.
and then dyed blue on one side and then black on the other side.
Do you have photo? You've brought this up before. Do you have photos of this? Because
I do.
They're AI
So,
generated.
I'm-
Here they come.
No, I mentioned that Facebook is desperate to link me with your whole family.
That's right.
Like in your friend suggestions, it's all like Haddix, Greers.
That's so weird.
All of Sam's family. Facebook wants us to get together.
Yeah.
And of course, I started clicking on what I thought was maybe your dad's profile. And I found there was a picture of you and him from like high school era. And I think I saw this hair.
Yeah.
It's a nice picture. I was like, oh my God. He
that's
was
so
a
funny.
little goth boy.
Yeah, it went. Whenever like a family member will like upload photos and then tag you, like don't tag me in that. We don't need people knowing about that.
Sammy in the bathtub.
You know what else is very funny is that my dad does call me Sammy. That he's like he's the only person in the world. But that's fine. Listen, he can get away with that. He's my dad. But yes, I think you should friend request every one of my extended family.
Do it.
Because they're just going to look and be like, oh, he's mutual friends with Sam. Accept.
I mean, there wouldn't be I'm not a malicious poster or nothing. I lurk. I just lurk in the shadows.
Amazing.
Judge people from afar. But So what's new with you, Sam?
Oh,
You're
well,
back
thanks
at
for
home?
asking. Oh my God, I'm back in New Hampshire. Drove into the fucking frigid cold north. There's this funny thing that happens in my town. So my town is 1,000 feet higher in elevation than the next town, and it all happens very quickly. It happens within like a half mile. So it basically just goes straight up. And when you're driving from, one of the surrounding towns, we had like a shit ton of rain, and then you get to the crest of this hill, and as soon as it hits my town line, there's a line and it turns to snow. And so we had so much snow up here, like when we got back. It was beautiful. It was like a winter wonderland, but like it was treacherous. It was fucking treacherous as shit. And when I would go to like the next town for groceries or to the gym or something, it'd be like, it's perfectly fine here. It's 50 degrees and it's raining and whatever. But then it's 22 degrees and a frosty, blizzardy hell at home. So it's in general, it's good to be back. Right away, the first thing I did after I like just unpacked is I went to see my Nana. My Nana who's 90 years old. And
Wow.
I asked my mom, I was like, Mom, when's the last time Nana went to a movie? And she's like, I think I took her to see one of the vampire movies. And I'm like, do you mean the Twilight movies? She's like, yes. I'm like, oh, so it's been at least a decade. And so I called up my Nana. I was like, Nana, do you want to go see Wicked in the movie theater? And she was like, that sounds great. And so we took her to see Wicked, which was cool. We saw a 3D showing, and for the first like 15 minutes, she like refused to put on her 3D.
It was
glasses.
in 3D?
Yeah,
I didn't know.
She
they
hasn't
had that
been
in
to a
3D.
movie, never seen a 3D movie probably, and you
No.
thought, yeah, let's just throw this on Grandma. And
I wanted to take her to see an IMAX showing of it, but like the closest one was going to be like Providence, Rhode Island, which was just too far for her to go. But she was like, I can see it fine. I'm like, no, you can't.
it's all blurry.
It's literally as blurry as you could possibly imagine because you need the 3D glasses. So we wound up just putting them directly on our face. And she's like, oh, wow. So that was cool. I made sure to do that. And then, this weekend I had my best friend, Jay, he came over. I haven't seen anyone in at least, 6 months or whatever. So it's good to just start to catch up, seeing people, seeing friends, all that good stuff. Later today, I'm driving to Maine to go see some of Kaylee's family. Yes. Charles, if you need any Maine errands run.
Oh, yes. I have so many I need you to do.
I'll be there.
Yes.
So
I'll be out there next week.
Nice. So yeah, after this, I got to drive 2.5 hours to a 4-year-old's birthday party, eat a piece of pizza, and then get back in the car and drive 2.5 hours to come back here.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I was disgruntled about doing that for Matt's party, and that was only 45 minutes.
Exactly. But listen, it's all good. He only turned 4 once. We all remember.
Those 4-year-old birthday parties are fucking
Yeah.
rippers, man.
Yep. I mean, I remember what I had I think for it was probably 4 and 5 or something like that. I had a Ghostbuster themed party.
Sick.
And we're living in a world now where kids will never get to enjoy a Ghostbusters or a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles themed party. You get shitty masks and shitty plastic napkins and stuff like that.
What are you talking about?
And everybody-
You can still do those.
Yeah, but they won't. It'll all be fucking bluey and name some other
Ghostbusters is
child's
still
thing.
very much a thing. I can tell you that much.
I was going to
'cause
say, turtles are still popular.
my niece has a bunch of Ghostbusters toys. It's like she came across the cartoon. What is it? What was the differentiation between the two? Like the Ghostbusters cartoon and
The one with the
real-
monkey?
Sure.
Yeah.
But she found those on like just randomly on YouTube. They were just up, and she started watching those. So she's very much into Ghostbusters. She has the whole jumpsuit and pack and everything.
Nice.
Which is cool. Yeah. Mhm. Still a thing.
Bustin' makes me feel good. Anyways, what the hell are we talking about this week? Oh wait, well, who has a death from last week? Is that you, Charles?
I do.
I just
'Cause
said Will by default because he always
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
wins.
That's a lot of respect right there.
Yeah. I've won 2 in a row, and I didn't even write one for the best. I won for Thanksgiving farts, and then I have one for also burgers as well. So
I put
Here's
that
my-
episode idea on my resume.
Right along with top 5 goos.
Another all-star.
yeah.
That reminds me, we got to do our year-in review of our predictions episode.
Oh yeah. I have a. We have to do some behind the scenes discussion on what our next couple topics are, and when we're gonna record, because I'll be up in Maine for the next 2 Sundays. So, all right. After wrapping up the episode, the boys quickly signed off and went about their way ordering their respective burgers. Charles ordered his burger from a local upscale burger place. He picked it up and ate it in the car in 4 bites. Fingers sticky with barbecue sauce and body riddled with guilt, he promptly left his car in the middle of the road and started running off the burger calories. Will's burger was handmade and well crafted in his kitchen. He grilled the burger in the same pan as the bacon and brisket, and then grilled the habaneros quickly after. The au jus was also made up of the remaining grease from his pan. The plating of the burger was immaculate. The bun to burger to toppings with a perfect ratio piled high. This burger was made with care. If only Will cared for his body the same way. The burger was tasty and enjoyed for the moment, but it was a tipping point for his health. The cholesterol count in the burger alone proceeded to start the slow, long death of heart failure. Will died at the age of 56. Matt,
Good run.
Matt, a house full of children and no time to get a burger, decided to make do with what he had in the house. He started with the patty made up of leftover burgers from earlier in the week. He didn't have any Swiss cheese, but he did have Kraft white cheddar singles, so he proceeded to bite the center out of a couple slices and place them on. That's as close to Swiss as you can get. He did have his bread and butter pickles, always has a secret jar of those somewhere. He then drizzled the assembled burger with A1 sauce, but something was missing. He didn't have any mushrooms. But that's when he heard the high-pitched screaming of a 20-something Dorchester scumbag. He looked up to see his shit-bum neighbor's son ripping butts in the driveway and flicking them into Matt's yard. That's when Matt had the idea. He flung open his kitchen window. "Hey, you're a piece of shit from Dorchester. Do you have any mushrooms on you?" Matt received some mushrooms and ate a burger that was out of this world. Well, for Matt it was. Matt experienced new senses that day. He could taste colors, feel music, and see the secret ultraviolet satellites the government uses to spy on us. Matt never reconnected with reality that day, always ranting about the government spying on us with their secret satellites. He lost his job, his family disowned him, and he ended up on the streets, homeless and screaming on street corners. He died 3 years later, frozen to death on a corner in Dorchester. Sam never did get to make or try a burger. He died of severe constipation after his Thanksgiving colossal cashew celebration.
Oh. Thanks for throwing that in there.
Yep,
Nice little bow.
there you go.
I got back home and I looked in my pantry and there was a thing of cashews and I was like, dare I?
Ugh, the farts from that meal alone.
Oh yeah. Nice work.
Wow.
So this week we're gonna be talking about top 5 stocking stuffers,
Mhm.
but I need to have an on-air discussion with y'all because I asked the question last night and I got no valid response.
Did you get no
I
answer?
didn't even
No.
see it.
No, I did, but it didn't answer the question. I got a response. So, who is this stocking stuffer? Who is this stocking for?
I'm just considering
Oh.
it what I consider the best.
So this would be like if someone made this stocking for you, you would want the
Sure.
following things to be in it.
Yeah.
Mine was to give someone else.
Aha,
Oh.
see? And
Mhm.
now,
Don't worry, you're still getting the same things that I would want to get.
and then the other question is this like year dependent in any way? Is this something you would like to have received as a child or present day?
I guess I would have to. I went with present day.
Okay.
So
and
mine haven't changed.
Okay. All right. My final question.
Mhm.
We're sticking within the rules of reality, where you have a standard sized stocking and putting standard sized things in said stocking. Is that
Yes,
correct?
You can't cram a Corvette into the stock.
Chevy Spark.
Yeah.
Kia Sportage.
Yep. All fine cars. Okay. All right. That answers some questions. Who wants to get us started this week?
I could kick it off.
All right.
So, I base my list on the stockings kind of I received growing up, and I've perpetuated the same themes for the ones that I make for Rosa. But my number 5, and this is a great staple to me, is a variety of chapstick.
This was also my number 5.
Wow.
Was
Great
chapstick.
number 5. It's a
Yeah,
great number
It's
5.
incredible.
No, it's just one of those things, like, at least growing up, before you become like a responsible person and are able to acquire things for yourself easily, you just dealt with dry lips as a kid.
Mhm.
And my mom always made sure to provide us with chapstick. Even though I didn't really know how to use it. I think the first time I just took a bite out of it, and I'm like, this doesn't taste that good. And then I
I'm gonna
finished
eat
it,
it,
and I was
but-
like... But no, it's just been something that I've continued on, and every year I like to buy, a new version of like wild flavored chapsticks. And it's a great stocking stuffer. It's good, like, $10 item. And you always need one. And it's nice to have many on hand, because I don't know about you guys, but I don't think I've finished a chapstick until this year.
Wow.
I actually finished a chapstick until the plastic piece was touching my lips.
I don't think I ever have. What's
Yeah.
the most exotic flavor chapstick that you've ever tried on?
I have a couple of years ago, I think it was like 2020, my mom got me like chapstick, it was like the holiday flavor pack. So it was like sugar cookie, pumpkin pie, and gingerbread. And those were like the 3 that I thought were like the weirdest. I still have the sugar cookie one. It's in my travel backpack. And, it's like the backup chapstick. But yeah, I think that's the most wild flavor I've gotten would be that. And sugar cookie doesn't taste like anything. It's just chapstick.
Just close your eyes and pretend you're kissing a 12-year-old girl.
That's exactly why I can't do those kinds of ones. As you were talking, I'm like, man, I can't do that. That's, to me, putting on like a sugar cookie chapstick is like, it may as well be putting on lip gloss.
It's tasty though. It's tasty.
Do you pucker your lips out when you put it on?
And I do want to Yeah.
What a specific sound.
Yeah.
Um,
I do it every night. I put on chapstick every night before bed because I'm one of those dry people. Yeah, I put chapstick on and do one of those right before I turn the light out.
This is the stock. This is what you need.
The stock. Oh, I
yeah.
use
Blue
I use
chapstick.
I use Carmex chapstick is what I use.
Oh,
It's like
your
it's
fingers are
fucking
dirty.
heavy.
You don't want to do that. That's how you introduce germs to your mouth. The
No,
ones that you
it's-
have to put your finger in?
No, they have a chapstick. Like they have chapstick itself in a tube. You don't have to put your finger.
Oh,
in
but
it.
it has the little dispenser and it's
Nope.
plastic, right?
Yeah, it's just a standard like chapstick thing. But they
Alright.
have their own. Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah. I can go get some if I have to. I will prove myself. I will defend
But
my
as far as
chapstick choices.
weird flavors, I had one, I think like it was a bunch of sodas, and one was like root beer flavored. Oh, that's
I can get
interesting.
behind this. Yeah.
Trash.
Kaylee's a big chapstick girl, and I don't know exactly what it is. She has one sort of chapstick that like, it makes like my lips completely numb, and it's not like a great feeling. It's like why is it doing this? And yeah, I wish I could tell you more about it, but like every once in a while I'd be like, are you wearing that chapstick that makes my lips like fully tingly numb? She's like, oh yeah, I forgot.
I can't feel my balls.
Yeah. Oh yes.
It's probably the medicated one because that's how Carmex chapstick is. It's like it's got that type of like feeling where it's a little medicated, so it really helps with like dry lips.
Fucking wild.
Mm-hmm.
Chapstick is not on my list. I'm gonna say it.
Well, there you go. Well, then we can skip my number 5 and go right to yours, Sam.
All right.
Yeah.
My number. So I guess we'll determine who this stocking is for at the end. My number 5 is a little bag of gold chocolate coins.
Yeah, this is a classic.
Yeah, because you gotta have like some sort of heft in the heel of the stocking. It's gonna make
Better
that
not be a
perfect shape.
fucking orange.
No, that's bullshit. But yeah, I used to go fucking wild for these tinfoil wrapped coins when I was a kid. I don't think I understood the difference between them and money, except for that I could eat these. But I remember, like, you'd get kind of the standard pack where they're all like the same. They're all the same size and color and everything. But every once in a while, you could get like some sort of like fancy variety pack. It's like fucking pirate treasure. And yeah, you guys get these gold coins?
Yeah,
Yeah, but they have to be, and I've had both kinds. They have to be the ones that are foiled like half and half, not just wrapped in foil that you have to scrape away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't describe it that well, but where you can peel the corners off and then you can separate the foil like intact.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And then put it back together and hand it to your friend and say, "Do you want a piece of chocolate?" And then, boy, what an idiot as soon as he grabs it.
Monster. The Christmas monster over here. Yeah, I there's never good chocolate in these coins. It's always like whatever shitty knockoff chocolate there is. But man, it's just that experience. Just the feeling that maybe you came up in the world a little bit, you get some pirate treasure, and then you just go and eat it. It comes in that net.
Right on the tag, it says made from 100% recycled chocolate.
Christmas is past.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I do think there needs to be some sort of candy in one stocking, and I think that gold chocolate coins is a fine choice, a gentleman's choice.
Solid number 5.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, Will, your number 4, sir.
All right. My number 4 is Massachusetts white trash scratch tickets.
Damn, son. That's my number 3. I didn't know this could have been put anywhere. I'm also just going to throw it at my number 4, to be honest, because this thing moved around so often. Yeah, scratch off tickets are fantastic. At first I was like, why would you get this to somebody? And now I'm like, I love gambling my stocking at this point.
The gift of hope is what it is.
Yeah.
And
I've won money off of them.
so that was going to be one of my like questions to in regards to this is, have you ever gifted or received like a good payout? I have.
I got $100 and my mom won my mom won like 300 or something off. Like she got like one of the top prizes that she made me and my dad go with her to 7-Eleven to make sure nobody jumped her, what she was worried about. And I was like, that is like, nobody's going to do this. So, but yeah,
But never anything like thousands. Anybody you know?
Hey, winning $100 in my 20s was fantastic. So,
There's a distant, somewhat removed member of Kaylee's family that nobody likes or liked. And she comes home.
I'm friends with her on Facebook.
She came home one day with a scratch ticket she scratched off for $250,000.
what?
Hell yeah.
And we're like, couldn't have happened to a better person. And we checked in with her like 3 months later. It was just gone. Just gone.
What?
Yep. Just whatever random bullshit, just gone.
Did she buy a house?
Nope. No, nothing to show for it.
Pontiac Sunfire, at least?
I do believe she wound up buying a new truck. But other than that, it's just like, she's just absolutely pissed away.
Some people have no idea what to do with that type of stuff.
Nope.
It's terrible.
Put it all in Bitcoin.
You would hope.
She'd be sitting pretty now.
Yeah.
but no, I don't think I've ever won or seen anyone win more than like just $50 and any sort of given scratch ticket. But that's a good feeling. We're like $50. All right.
Yeah. Even $10. Like if you win anything off of it, hey, you're already plus at this point.
Look, I know you're unemployed, but $10 just doesn't do it.
What are you talking about? I can get myself I can get myself a modest sized coffee at Starbucks and then probably the cheapest breakfast sandwich. So there you go.
Probably.
Spinach and feta wrap.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a gentleman's wrap.
It's the cheapest one. Actually, it's not the cheapest one, but it is the best one. So,
Top 5 wraps from Starbucks.
hey, we ever want to do a Starbucks episode, I am in. All right. I have
I'm
a
out.
problem.
I have been to Starbucks a grand total of 3 times in my life.
Yeah, but well, I mean, I was gonna say, yeah, but you're in Massachusetts, but Sam's in
they're
the same
everywhere.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all around. It's just
But
I'm
yeah,
not a
but Dunkin'
coffee
is
person.
like king of Massachusetts somehow, and that Dunkin' is fucking garbage. You heard it.
I agree with that. Dunkin' is
I know where
garbage.
most of our listener base is, and you guys fucking heard it, all right? Yeah.
Massachusetts runs on Dunkin', and we run like shit.
Even their pup cup, I will say, comes with a munchkin in it.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know they did a pup cup because I don't want to ask anybody at my Dunkin'.
Yeah. Yes, they do. Joshua's favorite stop on one of our walks. Anyways, yes. Scratch tickets.
Number 4, scratch tickets. Me and Charles unifying lists.
Yes.
So I know that around here, scratch tickets are like, you gotta go to Massachusetts for the scratch tickets. Like, you can't get those New Hampshire scratch tickets, kid.
Better odds.
Yeah. But is that similar in DC or whatever? Is there like certain areas that are known for better scratch tickets?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't frequent them. Yeah, what's the difference? All I know is with New Hampshire is right when you're crossing the border, it's like, remember to stop to get your scratch off tickets and liquor for some reason.
Yeah.
I will be stopping at one of these stores because one of the spirits I've wanted to pick up by one of the coffee places, if you watch enough of our episodes, I probably am wearing the hoodie. Not right now, but Atomic Coffee makes Atomic Black, which is like a spirit liqueur. And it's not sold down here, but it's sold up there. So on the way, when we cross Massachusetts and New Hampshire at like the rest stop liquor store, we're going to stop in and grab that. Maybe I'll buy some scratch off tickets. I don't know.
Fucking Merry Christmas, kid.
Have the whole New Hampshire experience.
Can't win if you don't play.
That's right.
Yeah. Are y'all one of those people who play the lottery when it's like, oh, it's at $1 billion? Now we have to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
800 million? No fucking way.
No, thank you.
1 billion? Hell yeah.
I don't go in for chump change. $1 billion though, I'm in.
I'll throw $10 at that.
Of course.
Does Massachusetts or New Hampshire do like Virginia? You can now buy lottery tickets online through their app at this point. Can you do that up there?
I don't know.
I don't
It
have
feels-
enough of a
Wanna know.
gambling problem to know that. Oh boy. But probably. I know you can play the lottery online, but
Yeah, I
Really?
think you can in New Hampshire because I've walked into my mom at her house watching Keno.
just ripping cigarettes. Like, Mommy, you didn't smoke before. She's like, yeah, but now I can gamble at home.
Only when I'm playing my numbers.
Yep. Which is now forever. Goodness. What list are we doing? Stocking
Top 5
stuffers.
stocking stuffers.
Okay.
Yeah, you're number 4, Sam.
All right. All right. My number 4 has to transcend time a little bit. I still think that for the right person in the right situation, this would still be an enjoyable gift. But it's a VHS tape, and
Just a blank one.
well, if I'm gonna say specifically which VHS tape, it's probably gonna be the original Santa Claus movie with Tim Allen.
Okay.
I think I have that in my front hall right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll check my dad's when I get home, or when I go there for dinner.
And I think it's always good to have like one slightly bigger gift in a stocking. I mean, this is pushing the $20 to $25 mark right here with the fucking VHS tape. But I mean,
I thought you meant by volume. No, you're talking about value. I mean, is this autographed by Tim Allen?
it's just it's autographed by that elf that makes the best hot chocolate that she's worked 1,000 years on, Judy or something. Judy the elf. That's a deep cut. So I'm like back in the day, like when you didn't have the every conceivable movie at your fingertips, like getting a new movie was the fucking balls. And when when you're opening up your stocking, would you guys open up your stocking before presents or during presents or the night before?
We would do like one gift the night before, but like stockings versus presents, it flip flopped usually. Like when you would do stockings first and then do the other.
Yeah, my parents, or my mom mostly, put together really awesome stockings. So those were like sometimes outshine the entire gifts, but we would do them first.
Yeah.
First thing in the morning.
Yeah, they're like the Christmas appetizer.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, you pull a fucking like VHS tape out of that and you're just like, oh my God, if that's in the stocking, who fucking knows what's under the tree, kid? For those of you that didn't grow up in Boston, that's what Christmas sounds like. Dude, who fucking even knows what wonders Santa could bring?
It could be a Nintendo 64.
Oh my God. Dude, I got a Nintendo 64 for Christmas one year and I almost burned the house down with excitement.
I had to buy my own.
Charles was 40 working.
Yep.
That was quite the moment, though. The Nintendo 64. It was like the year of.
I bet.
We went pretty ape shit.
Sounds great. Sounds like a good time. I had to ask for a Sega Genesis 3 years in a row before I got one. So
2002, 2003, and 2004.
Yep. Finally got it in high school. You kids hear about this Sonic the Hedgehog?
Like, we're playing Halo, Charles.
Oh, what cartridge is that?
Oh, but yeah, you get like a high quality Christmas movie just to start things off. You put it right in the VCR, like, and then play it while you open your presents. Then you're just doubling down on the magical layers of Christmas.
Well said.
Am I selling you on this VHS tape? I don't know if it was quite the same with the DVDs, but so yeah, I get a sack of gold coins and I get a Santa Claus VHS tape.
Okay.
Also, my other thing, maybe I should say this for my New Year's resolutions, but I really want to start to bring certain things back, and I think the Tim Allen noises are going to be one of them. Bringing it back.
For it. We'll start at Charles' wedding. We'll all make speeches.
Speak now or forever hold your peace. Why is there a room full of people making the sound? Don't worry, Sam's bringing it back. 2025 is getting brought back. Oh, very nice. All right, Charles, you're number 4.
It's Will.
No. It's back to me again.
Yeah,
because wasn't the duplicate your number 3?
I moved it to 4.
We had the same 5 and 4.
Yeah, I just moved it to 4. I did it there. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Let me see if I can dodge Charles' pick this time. My number 3 is Pokemon cards.
You dodged that. That is an honorable mention though. Pokemon cards.
So, this one spans kind of all ages to me. I'm 40 years old. I don't collect Pokemon cards, but I would be fucking happy to open a pack.
I just told Jess this morning. I just told Jess this morning. Like, I was like, you could buy me a pack of Pokemon cards? I'd be like, sick.
While you were making your Christmas list? Pokemon cards. With a Z.
Yep.
But no, you can swap that out for, whatever kind of sports cards or whatever. But opening a pack of cards, I guess it's kind of like scratch tickets.
Yeah.
It's basically gambling, but I would love to open a pack and then randomly hit a Charizard on one of these new age ones,
Yeah. I get this with my niece every year because I usually get her a pack of Pokemon cards because she's currently collecting them. So every time I see her, she has like 100 that she needs to sort through at this point. So yeah, we've opened them up. I got her one last year and I purposely got her the pack because it already displayed it had a shiny Arcanine on it. And I was like, I want you to know this is like my favorite Pokemon is Arcanine. So I was like, here you go. I'm giving you these cards. And I'm basically like, you better appreciate the fucking Arcanine because I want this card. So yeah, I would love that. I even told Jess, I was like, just to let you know, you can find like the original Pokemon cards right on eBay for like $3. It's fine.
Just so you know.
Just so you know, because I was stupid and gave away my Pokemon cards. So
I did the
and
same thing. I had the full set of the originals. Charizard and all.
I sit and think about the fact that I opened a pack, and yeah, there's a holographic Gyarados right on top. Think about that. I was like, it's one of the few joyous memories I have left as a kid, still stored in my head, is opening that pack and going like, it's a Gyarados. Pulled the next card. It's a Machamp. Like, yeah. So
yeah, that's just that's like Sam mentioned, the Christmas magic of opening a pack of random shit and getting the one thing you wanted out of it.
Yeah.
Can overshadow all gifts.
What's the Pokemon card that fucking Logan Paul has that's worth like $1 trillion?
There's a PSA 10 first edition Charizard, right?
I thought it was is it the Van Gogh Pikachu?
Oh, but why is it worth any money?
It's the same thing.
Same reason the US dollar's worth money, to be honest, because people value it.
Mm-hmm.
It's an Illustrator Pikachu card,
okay.
something. It's one of those type of things.
I've heard about that.
It's another one of those things where it's just like it's like a one of one. Someone probably created it, and he was like, "I'm gonna buy it," and he bought it and wore it to WrestleMania, I think, when he was teaming with The Miz. It's not as like rare as I thought you were gonna say. What's his name? They made a One Ring Magic the Gathering card, and they literally made one of them, and a guy pulled it from his card pack, and then what's the pop artist that's like tattooed all over his face and stuff? That white guy,
Post Malone.
Post Malone bought it off of him for like a couple mil. So you're like, this guy pulled one card, changed his whole life. Hopefully that guy didn't just gamble away like a couple $1 million, but. Yeah.
You make sure you know what you're buying for your like nieces and nephews, because if they pull that One Ring card and then put it in their bicycle spokes to make it sound like a dirt bike,
well, another one's never going to exist. They're never doing another One Ring. So there is only one Ring Magic the Gathering Lord of the Rings card, and Post Malone has it. He's a Magic the Gathering nerd. So.
All right.
Yeah. $2 million. He bought it for $2 million.
Boy, howdy!
So,
I've
never
never
fun
owned.
game.
I've never owned a card of any kind. Sorry.
Sad life.
Do you want us to buy you one?
Will it enrich? Will it embiggen my life?
No, but I have a shiny butter for you if you want it.
Very nice. Yeah, I could see people enjoying this.
Yeah.
Just not me, but that's fine. Not my stocking.
Yeah.
Not my stocking, not
Well,
my
they're called-
problem.
They're called trading cards, and you would need friends to trade with to enjoy them, I think.
See, that's a big problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pokemon cards, any cards of sort, but
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, a fine choice.
Yeah. My number 3. Mine's specific, but I guess it can be if you want to be. Mine is
Did I do my number 3?
no, because I'm supposed to be second.
Is that how we've been doing it?
That's how. That's how I do
because
mine
you
head.
haven't had a choice yet. All right. Sorry.
Chapstick, scratch off ticket.
Yes,
My number 3 is
understood.
a box of Nerds candy. So this can be like general if you have other choices, but like for some reason, I only enjoy getting Nerds candy during Christmas. I don't want to go out and buy it myself. I want to be gifted this gift. It's the same with like Gobstoppers. Like that was another follow-up gift, for people who have good teeth and don't want to break them in half. But Nerds, for some reason, I only want to get them in my stocking. Get a nice box of Nerds. I'll eat it in like 20 minutes because I'll just keep pouring handfuls into my hand. And get a nice like sugar rush right after opening gifts. That's what I want.
They make a lot of different types of nerds. Like they go really wild with it. Is there a particular type of nerd that you're into?
I don't really, as long as it's not like the taffy bullshit ones. Like, yeah. Because I've had one.
Gummy ones?
No.
Gummy clusters?
I have not.
Oh, they're fantastic.
I don't want to trust them because I had the taffy ones and it pulled, my teeth are healthy. And for some reason, the taffy pulled a chunk of the enamel off the back of one of my teeth. So I haven't done taffy since that day. Any type of taffy. I don't want it. Which it was a week after seeing my dentist and I'm like, this just happened. And they're like, are you sure? And I'm like, I'm sure there's a chunk of my tooth, not a chunk of my tooth, but like a piece of my tooth is off. And I had to file that shit down. So fuck you,
Damn,
taffy nerds.
You be tripping.
Yeah.
What'd you get
Box
in
of
your
nerds.
stocking? I got a trip to the hospital.
Is there a, besides Nerds, is there a particular box candy or is that going to tread on someone else's?
Not I.
Not me.
No. Do you guys have a
No,
like
that's
sour
a fine
Skittles?
candy.
Sour Skittles is another one I prefer.
I recently had
Reese's Pieces.
Jolly Rancher sour gummies.
Mm.
And they were delightful.
I love Jolly Ranchers. I trade I have friends who don't like them and they'll have Jolly Ranchers for some reason, like with their trail candy. And I will just trade them. I'll be like, just give me all your watermelon Jolly Ranchers. I'll just take all of those. I'll just eat them all at once. Even though that is very taffy-like, I get it. But I don't have to like have it stick to my teeth.
Trail candy, huh? Is that a Ziploc bag full of
Yeah.
nerds,
Yeah.
poppers, and condoms?
Yes.
It's Charles's nickname.
Trail candy.
Oh, get a load of this trail candy up ahead.
I do wear
On your
running
left.
tights.
Yeah, you should get a like a trail candy like shirt. You can put it on the back of your shirt, and people will go running up next to you.
I got that trail candy.
Very nice, very nice.
I like nerds.
Yeah.
Nerds, I think, not in the small box though, the full size one.
No, yeah, it's like the movie theater candy size.
The small boxes are a nuisance.
No, not
It's
those.
a whole little
I want-
box for 3 fucking nerds.
No, yeah, I want
are we
the
doing?
movie theater candy size. That's what we fuck around with.
Oh, where it's a huge box, but it's just
Where it's like
there's a small box inside of it.
It's like it's like a VHS cassette tape size. So
It's a fine shape.
yeah, and I'll house that again in one sitting. So
I can't remember the last time I had nerds. And it's funny. I was like, "Oh, I'm going to a 4-year-old's birthday party. I bet there will be candy there." And then I'm just like, "No, I know." His mom is going to be like, "Here are some apples."
yay!
Yay. Very helpful.
And you
Grant.
drove home just mad about it, even though you were very capable as an adult to go just get your own fucking candy.
No, you want to be gifted candy.
Yeah,
I want it in a little cellophane bag.
I want to stumble upon it at some
Yeah.
point and be like, "Yeah, I could do that." But
Speaking of which, this reminds me real quick. When I went up to my sister's for Thanksgiving, their town does a Christmas parade like the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So that's where, Santa comes down on the local guy's truck and trailer and lights up the Christmas tree. But they have a little like parade with people in the local and they just like chuck candy at kids, like handful of candy. And for some reason, this is the only place I've encountered warheads. Just loosely. So I now have like, and of course the kids don't want them. So I was just like walking around, just picking up warheads. I have a pocket in my like travel backpack that now is just, it's just candy. Like, and it's just all Warheads. And I'm like, I'll eventually eat these. I won't because I just put on my jacket that I wore there last year, and there was Warheads in that,
Nice.
in that jacket. I was like,
My
oh.
mouth is watering just thinking about Warheads now.
Yep.
Yeah. I didn't even
I
know
love
there's.
sour candy.
I feel like Warheads existed when like we were in elementary school, and then they disappeared, or I don't know what happened, and then they made a comeback, right?
There's a new brand. Like Warheads
Oh.
still exists, but there's a new brand called Toxic Waste. They come in little like radioactive barrels. You can get them in. It's cute packaging, and they're like Warheads times 2 as far as the
Nice.
sour factor.
See, I think that's what I
Oh.
need.
This looks
I love
straight
giving
out
them
of the
to my
90s.
nephews when they were kids, when they were like 5-6 years old,
hmm
and they would just be like, "Ooh."
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure you're more sensitive to taste, when you're younger, and I think that's one of the reasons that little kids don't like vegetables because they're like it's like pretty extreme tasting to them.
Yeah.
And as you get older, you're like, oh no, these are fine. But it was the opposite with me for like Warheads, where I remember it would like I'd have to like go to the nurse's office like after having a fucking
Yeah.
Warhead,
It was just
And-
a sour raspberry. That's
Yeah.
all it was.
and now they just fucking barely register.
Mhm.
Must have been all those
Oh.
years of smoking.
I love sour candy.
I do the Warheads Ghost energy drinks. Have you
Oh
ever-
yeah.
Oh, I think I've tried one. The
Yeah.
blue
I'm
one. I think it was good.
I'm too scared to try anything other than Rain. I don't know why. I don't want to try any. I've kicked energy drinks so long ago, but
Yeah.
like Rain's the only one I have. But I also, like I said, I have a bunch of cases of it in my
Yep.
closet.
The blue one is a Sour Patch Kids one.
Mhm.
But the Warheads are either sour apple or there's like a strawberry or something cherry. I don't know. But yeah, those are pretty extreme. And if you ever are like on a long car ride and you like really need to stay awake, like it has caffeine in it, but also every sip you take, you're like, Jesus Christ. So like it's a good
I
keep
remember
me up.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep me awake
like
sort
already
of drink.
feeling it in the back of my jaw.
Yep.
What?
Yeah. Cavities are flaring up. No more. No more, please. All right. My number three are unwearable novelty socks.
Yo, come on.
It's close to home for you, Charles.
No. I wouldn't say unwear. Yeah, I like novelty socks. I think those are fun, but it's also like this is kind of close to my honorable mention, which is like just fuzzy warm socks in general.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they have to be terrible socks. They have to be like stretch all the way up to your knee, and they have to have some sort of pop culture icon in it. And I've received these many times, but I'm gonna say they're gonna be wrestling socks.
Oh, that sounds awesome. What are you talking about?
So there'll be the fucking Ultimate Warrior on one leg and Macho Man Randy Savage on the other leg. Your legs can't breathe in them, and you feel like you really need to take them off pretty shortly after you put them on. They're the sort of gift that's really only appropriate in a stocking. Although I do have a garage full of these.
What you mean like these?
Garage full.
You want
Yeah,
these
so
socks right here? Yeah, sick. Look at these socks, man. You can
Yes,
go. I can go get
those-
them at Target right now.
Those ones.
Yeah.
And yes, well, they're from the conference last year. Because a lot of our marketing was like, this conference will like blast your socks off, and so we're like, we need to make socks. But when you go to order certain bits of like custom merchandise, they're like, well, the minimum order is like $250, and I'm like, that's a lot of socks, but like, okay, if we're gonna have custom socks, we're gonna have custom socks. And so we first of all, I had to design them, which was hilarious, because like you're pretty limited to what you can do with designing socks, like as you could see with like the you just pulled up like the Ultimate Warrior ones or whatever, but you have to design in like 8-bit style, like little blocky characters.
Yeah.
So I was like designing like dogs in spaceships and like fucking stars and all sorts of like cameras and shit on these socks. And we sold, I don't know how many we sold, not like a ton of them. We probably sold like 50 pairs, and then I shot like 30 pairs into the crowd with like a t-shirt gun. And then I gave away like another 20 to our VIP like clients, and then gave away more to the instructors and that sort of thing. But I still believe I have about 100 pairs of these socks.
Hey, I'll take a pair.
Yeah,
I'll
dude.
take a dozen.
Yeah.
You got extra larges because I have to wear a 13.
I believe they're all one size fits all.
They do not fit. So.
Yeah, if you have to buy a certain size of socks,
What am I supposed to do? My feet are ridiculous. All right. If I could get a surgery to take an inch off of them, I would.
I love this pick because I've had a couple of pairs given to me by my wife over the last couple of years. The one time it was she did like the Facebook website dad of put your dog on socks, which is cute. It's a beautiful idea. I love my dog. I would love to wear him around my feet.
You'd love to wear his skin on you?
Yep.
Is that what you're saying?
But the problem is these are cheaply made unwearable socks. And I have relatively large calves. I've been a somewhat top-heavy guy for a long time, so I just have solid cinder blocks for calves.
Nice.
So when I put them on, my dog's face just stretches out into just white lines. I also got another pair of virtually unwearable, uncomfortable, you may as well wear cellophane bread bags around your feet. But my wife also got me a pair of Dan Flashes style socks.
What?
They're more expensive the more complicated the
Spent a
pattern
whole
is.
per diem check on it. But it has this like crazy Dan Flashes design from So I Think You Should Leave. And again, it comes up over my calves. The design stretches out so much.
Oh, it's
just like,
okay.
it looks
I
like
see
I'm
what
wearing dirty socks.
Great.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, if someone gifts me like a pair of crazy socks like that, I will put them on immediately in front of them because I know they will never touch my feet again. They will occupy the back of my sock drawer for about a year, and then I'll go, "What the fuck am I doing?" And then they have to go into a landfill and destroy the environment, strangle one bird at a time.
Is that how that goes?
Something like that.
I always like the idea of people saying like, "Oh, you got to cut up the 6-pack rings before you throw them away." And I'm like, "Yeah, you could kill 6 dolphins with one of those if they all got stuck into one." And I
Yeah.
just love the visual of 6 dolphins all like, "Oh shit!"
Fix bottlenose dolphin stuck in a bottle holder.
Mm-hmm. Bottlenose dolphin holder.
Anyway,
Yep. Yeah, unwearable socks.
Good pick. Good pick.
great pick.
Well, you're number 2.
All right, number 2, we're going back to Trashville. I'm gonna say Nips.
Man, that is
And
trash.
I was
yeah.
waiting to see Charles' reaction because I know Nips, I think, is kind of a northeastern term.
Yes, it is, but I am familiar with the term. Yes.
So what do you call Nips? What have you heard them called?
Well, they're like I just call them like the mini bottles, but I know they're also called like it's the airplane bottle size. It's the little
Airplane
ones.
bottles. Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
Airplane bottles of liquor.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong. Again, this is something my mom always did for us.
What?
Just a little
shot at
something
Dr.
to get you.
McGillicuddy's. It's mint.
No.
Christmas spirit.
Mhm.
But yeah, as an adult, of course, a great gift. And I like to do this thing where during holiday parties and such, I'm usually going to the liquor store before a party to bring some beer, drinks, whatever. And I like to go to that 99-cent bin. In some places, it's like a whole barrel or whatever. And you just rake your hand across that and grab like 12 random bottles of bullshit, like 99 banana caramel coffee flavored bullshit, and just start passing them out to people and seeing like if they reject it or not.
Jesus.
Here, you want one? Oh yeah. Oh, good, thank you.
Yeah.
And they look at it and they're like, "I'm not drinking this shit." Strawberry meatloaf flavor.
Oh. I hate that. Listen, alcoholics need to drink something.
Yes, at all times. Nips are
My-
just fun though. You throw them, you catch them, you drink them.
Yeah.
Hilarity
So-
ensues.
That's fine. I always associate these with my grandfather. He was like a really terrible like alcoholic. He was a bad person in general. He died of a heart attack in jail.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like he was not a good dude. And you know, he only died when I was 10, so I didn't fully understand that. Like, that was fine. That was
I
fine.
want to
that
hear
he
that whole
died.
story.
Yeah. There's not that much more to it. He was just a shitty person. But I always associate it with him because he'd be like, "Sammy, get me some nips from the fridge." You know, sitting there fucking chain smoking, and I'm 5, bringing him alcohol from the fridge.
Oh my god.
Yep. Yes.
It's
I
weird that he stocked nips at his house.
Yeah.
If you're an alcoholic, you'd think you'd be more economical about it.
He just always had them on him. I believe the story also goes that I was like 3 and he got like a DUI with me in the car. And it's like, oh, and that was the last time he was allowed to ever be around me alone.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah. Yep.
My grandparents used to babysit me by taking me to the famed Hilltop restaurant in Saugus, Massachusetts.
Nice.
And their babysitting was going to the bar and having me just like play on the floor.
Yeah. It was like perfectly normal to have a kid at the bar in the 80s.
Yeah.
Was
The guy told
it?
me how to put straws together to
Not-
make a long straw. It was
Yeah.
great.
Not
get, like,
here.
Get a Coca-Cola. Yep. Everyone's just like the bar is just full of smoke. It's more cigarette smoke than it is
Yep.
oxygen.
Oh, we
Yeah.
were in the smoking section for sure. They both died from cigarette-related problems.
Man. Yeah. That shit's pretty serious. Yeah.
And that's why we need to make America, great again. We need to go back to these times.
Where's Matt? When
Go
you
back to
need
these
him?
times where restaurants divided in half, the smoking section and the non-smoking
Yeah.
section. No barrier between these two. Just
Just a little
Just-
placard.
not even a placard. I remember going to Applebee's and they had like, the smoking section, non-smoking section. It was literally like one side of the restaurant, the other. Whatever we did. Now I see someone. If I ever see someone smoke inside, I'm like, I'm like, what time are we in? What is this? What's happening right now?
The big mall kind of near where I grew up. It's a South Shore Plaza. I don't know if you've ever been there, Will. But they used to have a Brigham's restaurant inside before they closed all the restaurants and just sold ice cream. They used to be a restaurant, kind of like
I didn't
Friendly's.
know that.
But that was inside a mall and with a smoking section in it. So you're like double indoors. There was no place for that to go. I hope your
Wild.
number one is cigarettes.
Pack smokes.
No, that's the
Marlboro
one lesson I
Reds.
learned. 3 of my grandparents died from smoking, so I never picked that vice up.
Yeah, good call. All
All
right.
the other vices, though, I'm into.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. Nips. Very nice.
think
Very
my-
fine choice.
I think
Did
my
we lose
Wi-Fi
Charles?
is fucked up. It did.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there it is.
yeah.
All right. Number 2, sir.
My number two. My number two is gift cards, but I have a specific one picked out. Mine is I love a Starbucks gift card. Give me a Starbucks gift card, and I am perfectly happy. As long as it's not $5. Who's giving out a $5 gift card? Come on, people. $10
funny.
plus. Could you? But I love a Starbucks gift card. I'm a basic bitch when it comes to Starbucks. If we ever do a secret menu, top 5 secret menus, it'll probably all be Starbucks because I know the secret drinks. I know the secrets. I've been there. But I like these. It doesn't have to even be a Starbucks. I could get any gift card. You can give me an REI gift card. You can give me a Chick-fil-A one, which my dad has. My dad gave me a Chick-fil-A gift card and it had $3.70 left on it.
Nice.
He accidentally used it. So that was a nice shock. But I was like, oh, it said it was like $15. So I went to Chick-fil-A and got myself spicy chicken sandwich with large fry and a large milkshake. And then I got something else in there as well, I think. But yep, rung that up, swipe the gift card. Oh, your remaining total is like $11.30. I was like, what?
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. My dad thought it was hilarious. He was like, oh, whoops, I already used it. But yeah, how do y'all feel about receiving gift cards? Because some people don't like that at all.
I like a specific gift card. Are there any gift cards on your list, Will?
No.
Okay. I love a fucking Nintendo like online store gift card.
My sister
yeah.
tried to get us to buy these for my niece, and I'm like, I'm not buying Nintendo Switch gift cards for my 3-year-old niece right now. So
Maybe not when you're 3,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
no, I'm fucking pumped to get something like that.
Mhm.
Because I mean, like I don't want, if you buy me a physical Nintendo game, I'm gonna be like, thank you, I'm gonna go return this, get the money, buy the thing online, so I never have to worry about putting this cartridge in.
Oh, I do have a cartridge
You
game
can't
right
just
now. I have
download
one.
it to your system.
If you get the cartridge.
No, if you get the cartridge,
Yeah.
you have to have
Why would the digital be better?
because you don't have to put the cartridge in.
Yeah.
That's wow. I have a Switch. I don't obviously use it that much.
I
didn't know
have
that.
two games on physical cartridges, and if I ever want to like switch between them, I'm like, God damn it, I need to pull the thing out of the dock, open up the back, put the thing in, put it back in the dock. It's a pain in the
You
ass.
can't preload them and have them ready to
Mm-mm.
go.
Nope.
That's wild.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, gift card for that, fucking all day, kid.
Yeah. Let me talk about gift cards. That's a last resort. You want to buy
Really?
someone a gift card, just give them the fucking cash. Especially a Visa gift card. What are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing spending $4 to give somebody money?
Mhm.
What the fuck is the point of that?
Yep. My for my birthday, because I was 3,000 miles away from home or whatever. My mom gave me a Giftly gift card. I don't know if you've ever seen or received one of these.
Sounds familiar, actually.
She was like, she sent it to me for First Watch. She was like, for when you get to Florida, you can have First Watch. All it is you just get money, and then they suggest where you should spend it. It's the weirdest thing. I'm like, listen, this is great. Thank you. And I will go to First Watch and I will spend approximately this amount of money. However, what you've just sent me is just money.
Yeah.
It's
Wire transfer it.
a wire
Yeah.
transfer. And then it says, like, perhaps you could spend it here. And that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, a gift card for like a Yankee swap or whatever. Unless, maybe your spouse is very particular about a certain store. But I just don't get it.
Mhm.
Why bind the money,
Mm-hmm.
the fiat, into a parameter?
Let them ride free.
Yeah. Cash is king, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I wish you could buy tiny little pieces of Bitcoin. Sprinkle those in the stocking.
Here's your shares into a Bitcoin right here.
Yeah. Let's print out a QR code. Fucking 3D print a little Bitcoin symbol.
Yep.
There you go, right?
No, but I think you should, if you're trying to be thoughtful, avoid gift cards unless it's Christmas Eve and you stop at the gas station
Mhm.
Oh.
and you're like, okay, Chili's it is.
Ugh. Don't get a restaurant gift. I mean, Starbucks is one thing. Don't get someone like a restaurant dinner gift card. I feel like that's real shit.
Unless it's
Don't
a cheesecake.
decide
Well,
where
again,
I'm
now
gonna
if
go
it's if it's a local restaurant, a fine dining restaurant, that's different.
Mhm.
That's I want you to go try this place. You
Yeah.
know, there's a little something there. But like I said, the Visa gift cards that come with a $4 activation fee, I just don't understand that.
Yeah. $4. Fucking trash
Venmo
can.
me.
Merry Christmas. Here's some
Yeah.
Venmo.
Merry Christmas.
I'll be-
Did you get the notification? All right, I'm out of here.
All right.
Can I take some
I'll
of
be-
this pie to go?
I'll be perfectly transparent. This year, like when my family asked, like, "Do you want anything for Christmas?" and I was like, "Honestly, you could give me cash." And I know it's weird to say, but cash. I could use cash right now. If you need to get me a gift card, you could get me a Wegmans gift card because it would help pay for groceries at certain times.
Toilet
But-
paper,
Because
paper towels.
I've gotten to the stage in my life as an adult that I just buy what I want.
Yes.
So, and then if you want to be like, no, what would you want? I'm like, okay, do you want to buy me an ice plunge? Like, do you want to spend $5,000 and buy me an ice plunge? Because that's what I would like to get. So, you guys aren't going to pay for.
till you move out of the apartment.
Oh, that is. Don't worry. That's one of those things. Once we have a house, that's one of the big purchases I want. I want an ice bath. So,
Listen, it's you just go outside. It's snowing
you-
out your window right there.
there?
Yeah.
yeah,
Just plunge
Get the
into that.
hose.
yeah, jump right in there. Yeah.
Put your thumb over the top and make it rain.
Yeah. But
Yeah. All right.
Sam,
Very nice.
you're number 2.
My number 2. All right. So now I don't know exactly who this stocking is for. I guess it could be for me at any time because I'd still appreciate a VHS tape today. But it's gonna be protein bars. It's
I get these. People put these.
But
I
it's gonna
hate
be
protein bars,
immediate-
but
I
It's
think
gonna
of
be
you as
good
a little
ones.
kid. Ooh, 28 grams.
Listen, that's a lot of protein for a bar.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be good ones. Don't give me shitty protein bars because then they're just a chore. Because then I feel
Like,
obligated to eat them.
like Power Crunch bars or whatever they are. What's the one I'm thinking of?
Oh, the Chef Robert Irvine ones.
Cliff?
Not Cliff either. I'd have to look these
Are
up.
Cliff
But
bars
yeah.
still a thing?
They
Oh,
are.
yeah.
They are. They're they're just a snack. They're just like a snack cake, but
That's what I remember hearing about it. Like, I remember buying them like once. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this is good. Spent $4 on this candy bar.
yep, that's what it is.
Oh, Quest. I'm just thinking of the Quest ones.
Oh,
yeah.
Quest bars. Yeah. Listen,
Terrible.
macro wise, those are good.
Mhm.
The calorie to protein ratio, all that stuff, that checks out. But you can only eat those bars so many times before you just want to smash your head in with a with a fucking dumbbell. But Bear Bells, those are where it's at.
Yeah.
And those used to be like you could only get them at a GNC or whatever, but now they're fucking everywhere.
You can get them at Trader Joe's.
Yeah, you can get them absolutely everywhere now, and they are the absolute best tasting protein bar I've ever had.
Mhm.
Straight up substitute for a candy bar. Decent amount of protein, tons of flavors, and yeah, if I had a stocking full of individually wrapped Bear Bell bars, that's where it's at. Plus, it gives you the energy to get through the unwrapping of the gifts.
True.
Yep, and then you can power
Damn, they
clean.
do
the-
have
the
a lot
tree.
of flavors. They have a cookies and caramel power.
Yep, I had that one. What's it called? Is it caramel peanut or something? It's orange.
Salty peanut.
Yes, that one. It's bright ass orange. It's just a Snickers bar.
They have a birthday cake flavor. Yo,
Mm-hmm.
because I tried these early on when they first came out. I won like an Instagram giveaway, and I got a pack of the. It was one of their basic early flavors. I don't want to say it was cookies and cream and chocolate dough. It was like a hazelnut or something like that.
Mhm.
I thought they were fine at that point, but that was like 4 years ago or something when they were first kicking in the door.
Ooh,
But-
yeah, they are not fucking around. All those fun boats out there, whether you eat protein bars or not, just fucking get one when you're at the gas station or whatever, and you see one of these. They're good. They're real fucking good.
Yeah, I see there's a roast beef flavor one that looks good.
Oh,
For Neil
it's so
and an Al
so-
Pastor.
it's so beefy.
Good lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know GNC existed beyond trying to buy fake milkshakes to make you pass drug tests.
Yeah, I spent an uncomfortable amount of money at GNC.
Really?
Yeah, protein powders and stuff, they're expensive.
Yeah, they are, but like, I don't know. I
And,
spend
pre-workouts.
Yeah, the one thing we spend a lot of money on, I know this is captivating talking about, is BCAAs. We buy like a higher brand of those, and it's fucking ridiculous per like little tub. But like protein powder, I just do Chic, the protein iced coffee.
Okay.
I do that. Do one scoop into like this. Whoop, there it goes. Into that, and that paired with my actual coffee itself, perfectly fine. Because it's like they have something that's like one scoop is worth like a shot of espresso as well, or something like that.
Ooh, all right.
So,
We should do
it's worth
top
a
five-
shot.
Top five
I can-
protein shake recipes.
oh yeah, yeah. I've made protein cookies before.
Got to get
So-
amped up.
Yeah,
Fuck
don't get
yeah.
jacked. We're just gonna play. Heavy metal music in the background the whole time. It's gonna be great. We're all gonna wear our sleeve. We're gonna wear sleeveless shirts, but Sam, you have to wear a long sleeve shirt. That's the problem. It has to be the opposite. Even though for once
No,
you're wearing
just sleeves.
sleeves. Oh yeah,
Just
just sleeves.
I watched Deadpool Wolverine recently? Did you guys see that yet?
Yes. Yeah.
It's so good. And then like, but
was good.
Hugh Jackman, I'm just like, God damn it, I need to go harder at the gym.
That's like the funny thing is that's
Guys in
Hugh
the gym.
Jackman, not even at his most ripped. That's just like I feel like that's casual Jackman.
Yeah, casual Jackman.
Because like at the end where he's wearing the mask and nothing else, you're like,
Yeah.
that's not Hugh Jackman. But like that was one of the reasons he wanted to stop playing Wolverine was because he would always have to do his incredible water cuts to look ridiculous on screen.
Ooh. Yeah, we saw that pretty much as soon as we got back home, and I was like, fuck. So I've been dialing my diet and meal prepping and stuff, and I'm like pausing every 2 hours to eat like a salmon and sweet potato fucking bowl.
I'm over here not doing anything because my IT band's fucked up, so I'm just lifting.
Oh yes, welcome to my world, old man hips.
I fucked up. I went too hard on leg strength, so I reactivated my issues. So I have to wait another week and some bullshit like that. So I
See,
can't run.
When Matt's on the podcast, we can skip the 30-minute political preamble, but then if we get talking about fucking lifting weights, kid, come on.
Getting fucking jacked. I can't deadlift right now though because of it, so I can't even push heavy weight that way or pull heavy weight.
Little baby boy.
Sucks.
Talking
I am
about
working on.
stretching muscles. I got
Yeah.
a little quip for you. I got
Yeah.
a massage Friday, a couple days ago.
Ooh.
And it was my first time going to like an Asian massage parlor,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
and it was a little sketchy. My wife made the appointment for me, and she goes, "It came off as very rub and tug," and she goes, "Listen, I trust you." So that was me going to the appointment.
Yeah.
Is this
nice.
a green? Is this a green light or?
It's in a nice place, like it's not a shady, red light district kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I walk in, there's a nice older Asian woman in there, and she greets me and says a bunch of things. I don't understand, but I nod accordingly.
Mhm.
And then I go in for the massage, and this is the first time I've had, maybe 6 or 7 massages in my life. This is the first time I ever had someone get on the table.
Oh, did
Okay.
she walk in your back?
No, not like that.
Oh.
I was kind of like,
Bullshit.
at first I was like, oh, I wonder if she's going to do that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But no, face down on the table, and then all of a sudden I feel her knees on either side of my ears,
Mm-hmm.
and she's
Okay.
sitting basically on the back of my head.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very strange, but
She
it was
rip
just a
one?
way for her to get better leverage, and she did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was really hoping. I snuck a peek at the ceiling to see if there was like a handlebar, so if she was going to do the walking on my back thing.
Oh,
That
would've
is the
been great.
absolute best.
never had that.
And then no happy ending. She only grazed my penis once.
Oh.
with the back of her throat.
With-
Sorry, I had to go there.
That's not making it on the reels.
She had that medicated chapstick, and I went numb,
Well,
so she gave up.
nice.
Sorry.
So protein bars.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Protein bars are good too.
Yeah, so good. Bear bells.
Yeah. On to our number ones.
Number ones. All right. If you like the
All right.
show, fucking give us money.
Give us money.
How do you do
Patreon.com. Top 5 of death.
The Patreon. Yeah.
Patreon.com/top 5 of death.
Yes, join the Patreon. You could get things.
You sure? There's empty promises still on there about supporting shows that I don't think are on the network anymore. You can do that. You could go to youtube.com/@top5ofdeath.
You know what?
Always
Do
the number
that.
5. Do that. Because you can see us do visual bits, I guess.
Like this.
Yeah, like this and this.
Mm.
I can
Who's
go
got
over
the
there
best
and sit
rock
in this
eyebrow?
chair. Yeah. So
Probably you will.
yeah, probably I will. Who knows? Yeah. I gotta get and stretch.
Fucking. All right.
Yep.
And
Fantastic. Will, your
that plays
number
better on
one.
video.
Yes.
Anyway, my number one, and this one I just came to my head, and I plan on doing it for my wife this year. It's a hot breakfast sandwich.
All right.
Imagine
Sure.
you wake up
Yep.
for Christmas.
Yep.
The magic is in the air. You got a fresh tree. You smell the pine, and then all of a sudden you're smelling the bacon. The eggs are going. Wrap up a nice little bacon, egg, and cheese croissant, get a croissant from the nice new bakery, Darafiki, down the street. Wrap that shit up in tinfoil and stuff it in there. And then when they wake up and they're smelling all this breakfast, it's like, where is it? Be like, babe, it's time to open up Christmas gifts. What a great way to start your day.
Mhm.
Are you putting this at the top or the bottom of the stocking?
Stockings dripping grease at
Yeah.
the bottom. Yep.
Yeah,
Mm.
on
mean-
the top, of course.
I wouldn't
With
be
napkins.
upset, but I've never considered a sandwich out of there.
Listen,
I wouldn't be upset about it either. But like, what is
We're
this?
breaking
Oh, it's a hot
barriers here. I'm
sandwich.
trying
Yeah.
to enlighten everybody to provide their families. Look, if you're in a place where McDonald's is open, DoorDash that shit.
DoorDash, McDonald's. What? So you're gonna buy a
On
breakfast
Christmas.
a breakfast
Merry
sandwich
Christmas.
for $14
Yeah. Well, you don't have to tip the guy. Tipping's optional.
on Christmas?
But it's
Christmas
Christmas
morning.
Day.
6 a.m. Yeah, thanks, buddy. Get lost.
But it's Christmas Day.
No, I thought like a nice hot, even if you don't have the ability, you don't have the chef skills, warm up a Pop-Tart. Wrap it in foil and stuff it in the top.
I'd be happy about that too. I mean, if you just
Yeah,
put
brown cinnamon sugar one on Christmas morning.
even if it's cold, I'd be fine with it. Like, sweet, I'm gonna open this up right now and eat it.
Cold Pop-Tarts are for fucking heathens.
Yeah, fuck you then. I eat them right out of the package.
If you're gonna eat this fucking shit, at least warm it up.
No, I want it now.
Hot
Want it to-
pocket
You
in
eat
the
pizza
stomach.
rolls frozen too?
I haven't had a pizza roll since I was probably like 12.
Bagel bites. The frosting.
Same.
I'm sorry, Dino Nugget.
Dino. Oh, I did have those yesterday. No.
But yeah, it's a new one, a new idea. Haven't tried it yet. I'll report back on the success.
Yeah, let us know.
Nice.
Take
nice
a video,
breakfast
put it on the
sandwich.
Discord. Join the Discord. Watch the
I'm
video.
not videotaping my Christmas.
Videotape your Christmas, you
I'm
son
not
of a
sharing
bitch.
it with puppies.
Yeah, that's a very
heartbreak,
thoughtful
yeah.
gift.
Mhm.
Homemade from the heart.
Huh.
Hot pocket.
My number
Christmas
one. My number one is a chocolate orange. I think this is my favorite thing to get in a stocking. So much so that I will try to steal other people's chocolate orange as well, because one is not enough for me. I need them all because I just love eating these things. They're fucking chocolate. The combo of chocolate and orange, I think, is one of my best favorite flavor combos of all time. So
These are the ones you have, like, you smash them to like break.
yeah,
them
you
up.
have to smash them and break them apart. Yeah, love that. They make them in dark chocolate now, which is delicious. But yeah, I want a chocolate orange. We're going to Wegmans today. I got to pick up a bunch to hold myself over till Christmas to get more.
What's the day? We're recording on the 15th, so yeah, you should buy 10 of them. You have
Buy
one
10.
every day.
It's your Advent
I'll
calendar.
weigh myself now, and then I'll weigh myself Christmas morning.
So many chocolate
Once
oranges.
you get in that habit, you start eating them like a regular orange.
I'm just mid conversation with someone, and I'm just like,
Yeah, your job interviews. We were gonna hire him, but then he just housed the chocolate orange in front of us. It was the weirdest fucking thing. We were at a Ruth's Chris. Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah.
It's like a
Yeah,
pack a day problem.
yeah.
I don't know, those kind of
But-
candies that are only around certain times of year.
Mhm.
How can you trust them? If they
I mean,
can't
they're
stand
around-
on their
you
own
can-
all year, are they that
You
good?
can get a chocolate orange anytime you want. Like, you don't have to wait for Christmas to show up. You do have to search for them. Like,
But they only ship
not
them
just
once
gonna-
a year.
they're not going to be at Wegmans year round. But if you go to like a candy store, there's chocolate oranges there.
I'm legitimately curious how long it would take me to find a chocolate orange today, considering where I live. I'm gonna guess all day. I'm gonna guess 6 hours. I might
You have
find one.
You have a better option of just making one yourself.
Yes, planting an orange tree, growing
Yes.
it, taking the orange down, figuring out how to develop chocolate from cacao beans, mixing it down, freezing it, wrapping it, designing the wrap, getting the UPC code registered. That would take me less time.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
At least you got that nonprofit you could put it under the umbrella of.
Yeah, that's right. I mean,
Everything's a write-off.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's this research and development? $20,000.
It's 90% of your.
Exactly. You spent $200,000 on a chocolate orange, and like, it was worth it.
It's worth
All right, chocolate
it.
orange.
Chocolate orange. Yeah, put
Nice.
that shit right at the
Solid.
bottom to weigh it down.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
All right.
Yeah.
My number one.
Yep.
All right. So, peeking out the top of the stocking. You have to have it overflowing, I think, to make it a real stocking. Has got to be a Stephen King book.
Oh.
It should be whatever his new book is that you haven't read yet.
Oh, okay. So you're not just giving out the classics like, oh, Cujo. Great.
Yeah, everyone gets Cujo this year. You know the saddest part about that book is that they have like internal monologue from the dog in it, and like he wants to be good. He wants to be a good boy and to make his master proud. But
I'm
then
gonna read that book.
But then no, you shouldn't. It's devastating. But then yeah, the fucking rabies is taking control of his brain.
Yeah, I'm not gonna read that. I barely made it through Fairy Tale, so
Oh,
I don't think I'm gonna make it through Cujo.
fucking brutal.
Did they cut his head off at the end?
Of Cujo?
Yeah, when a dog dies of rabies, you cut the head off and send it to, well,
Do you get-
at least the one time I did it, I cut a Rottweiler's head off and sent it to Tufts Medical for research.
What?
I think
Did
I
you
talked
have
about
to
this.
do it? No, you did not.
No.
Oh no! So did I have to? No, because I was not even a vet tech at the time. But the dog was at the animal hospital on a 10-day hold for rabies, and it was a full-size Rottweiler. And one of the days I opened the cage to take it out to go to the restroom area, and it lunged at my face to kill me. But in one fell swoop, I swatted the side of its head, grabbed it by the scruff, pinned it down, and I was pretty small.
Decapitated
hurt-
it.
No, not at this moment.
I thought you were
Pinned
describing
it down, and the dog was fighting. I mean, it was trying to kill me. So it was pretty scary. I was like 16 or 17 years old. So I like yelled to my buddy. I'm like, "Hey, Scott, I need help." They came over. We contained the dog, put it on one of those like long leads, got it back in the crate. It died of rabies like two days later. And then they were like, "Hey, Will, since this thing tried to kill you, do you want to cut its head off?" And I'm like, "Sure.
No.
Not gonna get this chance again."
Oh my god.
I hope.
Man.
So yeah, I cut a Rottweiler's head off. It was really hard
That
getting
is-
through the neck bone.
That is more. I thought I had a wild story working at a dog daycare, but that is ridiculous.
This was a vet hospital.
Oh no, I worked at a dog daycare, like overnight boarding place. And my wild story is that like I had to be called in because one of the Great Danes that stayed there apparently had a heart condition they didn't tell us about, and it died overnight. And they only had girls working, and nobody could move it, so they had to call me to come get it because a Great Dane's a human. It's the size of a fucking human. So that's my story. Yeah, don't working at a dog daycare, like kennel, can be one of the best jobs, but at the same time, it can be one of the worst jobs of your life. Like,
A
so
lot of poop.
a lot of poop. I'm completely desensitized to poop and vomit at this point. We had dogs that we called not Picassos, but Jackson Pollocks. So they knew how. What?
They were
Do you-
probably the best boys, though.
They were great dogs, but boy, did they love just like, oh, I pooped. Just all over the walls, everywhere they could. It's fun times. Yeah.
You didn't have to decapitate them though.
That's what happens when you have. That's what happens when you got the runs. You can't let that spread around.
I burned the rest of his body
Jesus Christ.
in the incinerator.
I'm sure this will be a great
Where's the
reel.
head now?
And I swear I talked about this. The smell outside of an animal hospital when you're burning carcasses is the exact same smell outside of a Burger King. I'm not kidding.
Well,
Oh.
that's good to know.
Yeah.
Where were we?
Stephen King books.
What's the latest book he came out with?
His latest one is You Like It Darker.
I do.
What? Is this an erotic book?
It's all right. And you want to know a weird thing about that? There is a sequel to Cujo in it. It's a collection of short stories,
Oh.
and one of them revolves around the husband of the wife and son from the book/movie Cujo, and what he's doing now, and the fucking weird shit that he gets up to. So it all comes full circle.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, that is a pick. I don't know where to move on from this.
Stephen King,
Yes.
famed victim of TDS.
Yeah. Or is it the other way around?
Yeah.
SKDS.
Trump doesn't read.
All right. Well, that's fair. Well, those are our lists. those are some fine stockings.
Yeah. And we do have picks from the Fun Butts.
Mm-hmm.
First up, we have Don Spaguli. His number 5 is Loose Rigatoni. 4, Hot Wheels. 3, an assortment of quarter-watt resistors. 2, those Lindt chocolate truffles. And number 1, gift cards to Don Spaguli's Pizza Pasta Palace. Pasta Palace. Yes.
1 second.
Yeah.
Lindt chocolate truffles are delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck did they stop making the peanut butter ones?
They did?
Yeah, years ago. I Googled this last year, and it's bullshit. Those are like the most delicious, high class Reese's.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I do have one. I have one issue with Lindt truffles, and as I am a colorblind person, the white chocolate Lindt truffle and the caramel filled ones are damn near the same color yellow, like gold foil. It's like a slight shade difference.
Vanilla ones are black.
No, there's 2 of them that are very close in light color. I don't know which ones they are, but they are. It drives me fucking insane because I'm like, oh, what is this one? Oh, nope, it's a caramel one apparently. So
Surprise.
I'd have to, yeah. But
This one's filled with bees.
they had one that was like, they had a mocha. They always like try different flavors and they stopped trying them after that. So they had a mocha filled one year and that was delicious. Yeah. Next up, we have CJ Doubleday. Number 5, he has chocolate orange. 4, deodorant. 3, beef jerky. 2, a deck of cards. And number 1, Kowloon gift cards.
Wow.
We have Eric Torreyson. Number 5, chocolate orange. 4, scratchers. 3, lifesaver book. What is that?
I don't know.
Like an
I was gonna say-
advent calendar of life.
I was gonna say, is it an advent calendar or lifesaver? That's what I was thinking, or is it like one of those like coupon books, like a life? You'll have to let us know, Eric. 2, he has Lindt balls, and
I don't know.
Number
why
1,
that got me.
Lint balls. Yep.
Lindt balls, and number 1, gift cards. We have Mitch Mint, freshest of the Fun Butts. Number 5, butter mints. 4, Slim Jims and other forms of processed meat. 3, Sour Patch Kids, preferably loose.
Nice.
Just, loose in the stocking. 2, scratch off tickets. And number 1, gift cards you will actually use. We have Dad. His number 5 is Lindt truffles. 4, personal hygiene items. 3, Dunkin' gift cards. 2, sexual favor coupon. And number 1, Evil Tron.
Do you guys know what that is?
No. I don't
All right,
think so.
So I'll try to make it quick. Eviltron is this small device that came out like 20 years ago. Little electronic speaker with an internal battery, and it would make like spooky or annoying noises. And I bought these years ago, and we put one inside of somebody's respirator, like up in the helmet,
Mhm.
where you wouldn't see it. And it just every 5 minutes would play a sound bite of somebody going, "Hey, can you hear me?"
Oh,
And so we put in this guy's thing. We're watching him from afar, and he's like whipping his head around, like, "Who the fuck said that?"
hate
And it will
that.
go on for months. Like you can make it just make like a beeping noise or whatever. Truly an evil device.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Next up, we have Dingus Cunnilingus Adams.
Oh, thank God.
I was hoping you would, chime in on this. Number 5, Anal Beads. Who doesn't need this sphincter training device? Who? I'll wait. 4, a homemade mason jar full up your deepest, hottest farts with a label that says "break in case of emergency." 3, a DVD copy of How the Grinch Gaped Christmas, my favorite Christmas story to share with my family. 2, Play-Doh that smells like a hot dick. Your relatives will appreciate the fact that they don't sell Play-Doh that smells like that. You actually had to put time and effort and a hot dick into this stocking stuffer. And number 1, VHS copy of you and your wife's religious orgy conversion tape for those pesky family members that have resisted joining the Jehovah You Don't Want to Witness This Revolution and need a bit more of a push and maybe a close-up of my butthole.
Well
And cat feeder's going. And lastly, we have Raven. Number 5, chapstick. 4, chocolate Santa. 3, holiday junior mints. 2, fuzzy holiday socks. And number 1, hand lotion, because your hands are crusty dusty at this point, and no one likes that.
Mm-hmm.
Crusty dusty. And that's the fun butt list. So if you want to try and follow up Dingus Cunnilingus Adams, join the Discord, top5ofdeath.com to join the Discord.
Beautiful work.
Yeah.
Well, the cat feeder is going off, and you know what that means. It's time to wrap up today's episode. Gentlemen, beautiful list, beautiful stockings. I hope that you receive everything you want this holiday season, stuffed inside of an oversized sock.
I can't wait to hang my stocking on my beautiful fireplace.
Yes, if you're watching on YouTube,
that I totally live here.
You can really appreciate that fireplace.
Yes. Now, while y'all sign off, I'm gonna go and sit by the window. Bye, everybody.
It's seamless. You know what's funny is I believe he has to end the recording himself. So now that he's back and he can hear, I'm gonna say thank you all and smell you later.